Now it's time to talk about the rookies. It's been a weird start to the season for this rookie class. We are still yet to see some top picks on the court, and a lot of the first round talent, even the guys that are healthy, have struggled to get much playing time. But I still think we've seen some very impressive performances, so today, that's what we're going to be talking about. We are on the grind right now. This is the second video of the day. I can't remember the last time I did that. We're going to have a new video coming out tomorrow, so you're going to want to be subscribed. Let's aim for 69 likes on today's video, and let's get into this. I think you already know who I've got to start this off with, none other than Scotty Barnes, the 4th overall pick in the recent draft. He came out of high school as a top recruit, then decided to go to Florida State. There he impressed in a lot of aspects. What really stood out was his defense and playmaking for his position, but he spent most of the year coming off the bench and didn't really look like he was going to be a high volume scorer anytime soon. He averaged just 10 points, 4 rebounds and 4 assists, shooting 50% from the field and 28% from 3. He was such an interesting prospect coming into the draft because there was a few things that you knew you were getting from him. So if the scoring ever came, man did you have a great player on your hands. That was enough for the Raptors to surprise a lot of people and take him ahead of Jalen Suggs in the recent draft. He looked solid in the summer league, averaging 15 points, 7 rebounds and 3 assists, but shot just 41% from the field and 27% from 3. Then in the preseason, he really looked like the player I thought we would see initially, averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds and 6 assists, shooting 47% from the field and not taking any threes. But so far to start the year, he has blown away mine and I think most expectations. Due to a shoulder injury, Siakam is yet to take the court for the Raptors, which has allowed Barnes the opportunity to really prove he's the real deal. He's averaged 18 points and 10 rebounds, shooting 52% from the field. He's only taken a few threes and made just one of them. That is still far from a huge part of his game, but overall, this is great news for Raptors fans. I didn't imagine him being able to score with this kind of volume so early. I'm confident now that he is legit. He showed off so much of what he can do in that game against the Celtics. He finished with 25 points. He started the game off with a 3. He was taking the ball coast to coast on multiple possessions. He looked confident in the mid-range and was aggressive on the glass, getting 8 of his points from putbacks. His performance so far has sprung him all the way to 3rd in the Rookie of the Year odds, only trailing Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green, the top 2 picks in the draft. But speaking of Jalen Green, I think he's got to be on this list with what he did in his most recent performance. I was expecting big things from him off the jump, given he had already played at the pro level, deciding to play in the G League this past season instead of going to college. There he dominated on the way to becoming the 2nd overall pick to the Rockets. He looked as advertised in the summer league and went into this season with basically the same odds as Cade Cunningham for Rookie of the Year. It wasn't a beautiful start. In his debut, he scored just 9 points, shooting 4 for 14 from the field. He followed that up with another 9-point performance, this time shooting 4 for 11 from the field. But then yesterday, in a loss versus Celtics, he went off for 30 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Something that by itself would be super impressive, but what really makes it worth talking about is the fact that he shot 8 for 10 from 3. Despite shooting a pretty respectable efficiency from 3 in the G League, coming into this draft and to start the season, all you heard when it came to Green was, man, can this guy score, man, can he jump, man, is he talented, but the 3 ball just isn't there yet. Now, I don't think he's going to be some extremely prolific 3-point threat over the course of the season, but I don't think it's nearly the liability a lot of people make it out to be. This is a player I expect to get more and more confident as the season goes on, and with that will come some pretty impressive numbers that are easily going to put him in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. Then you've got the 3rd overall pick, Evan Mobley, who so far has looked very good. He was super highly touted coming out of high school, he dominated at USC, and in most of the draft process, it looked like he was going to go 2nd overall ahead of Jalen Green, but eventually went 3rd overall to the Cavaliers. To start his rookie season, he's averaging 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and over 2 blocks, shooting 56% from the field. He's looked like an elite rim protector and overall really solid. Most of his attempts to this point have been at the basket, but in his few jump shots, it's looked good. But given this team has one of the lowest projected win totals, I think we would all love to see the Cavaliers just unleash him. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to rant about the stupidity that is this Cavaliers roster construction. After using back-to-back lottery picks on point guards, that being Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, they were forced to turn their 6-foot Colin Sexton into a point guard. Then they trade for Jared Allen, which looked like a great move with his play last season. Then they decide to use their top 3 pick on another center in Mobley, which if they really think Mobley can be a power forward, fine. But then you bring in Lauri Markkanen, a 7-foot power forward, and you put him in the starting unit. Their backcourt is 2 guys that are maybe 6'1". The other 3 players are 7-footers. I'm really just confused. It's mind-boggling that a multi-billion-dollar organization looks at this and thinks it makes sense. This is something you mess around with on 2K, not in real life. Then we've got to mention Chris Duarte, the 13th overall pick to the Pacers. I'm not going to go too into this one as we just made a whole video about him, but after dropping 27 points in his rookie debut, he's managed to maintain some pretty solid averages, currently leading all rookies in points at just over 20 a game, to go along with 5 rebounds and 2 assists, shooting 46% from 3. Now, he hasn't been as efficient following his debut, but that's fine. It's early. If anything, I've been more impressed. We weren't sure if this was just a hot hand night in his first game. That's not the case. Duarte has no interest in just being seen as a 3-and-D guy. He's actually gotten more shots up in both of his most recent performances. I think there's a legit shot for him to be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year, and his odds are currently at just 9-1. Then we've got the rookie that I've watched the most of so far this season, as I am a Thunder fan, Josh Giddey. Going into the draft, Giddey was looked at as a raw prospect, but with high upside due to his 6'8" point guard frame. This was despite playing very well as a teenager in one of the top foreign leagues, the Australian NBL. A lot of people clown the selection by the Thunder, taking him over guys like Jonathan Kuminga, but it made sense for them. They're not looking to win basketball games anytime soon, so you might as well shoot for the most upside possible. But it's looking like we might not have to wait too long for that upside. We talked about Giddey's impressive performance in the preseason. That success has carried over into the regular season. Now, he isn't scoring with crazy volume, but he's stuffing the box score, averaging 10 points, 7 rebounds and 5 assists, shooting 46% from the field and 40% from 3. Now, these averages are heavily weighted by his most recent performance. In his debut, it was weird. He scored just 4 points, but it felt like he took the ball up just a couple possessions. He was really playing the shooting guard position alongside SGA, but that changed over the next couple of games. He put up 6 points and 4 assists against the Rockets, and then yesterday against the 76ers, he had 19 points, 7 assists and 8 rebounds, shooting 8 for 13 from the field and 1 for 2 from 3. We know he's a great passer. That was the biggest draw coming into the draft. In the first couple games, it felt like he was just driving with the intent to pass, which NBA defenses catch on to quickly. In this game against the 76ers, he was playing with much more aggression, attacking the basket, using his size, and his really strong floater game well. He appears to be a solid shooter, but mostly just a catch and shoot guy currently. Don't expect him to have crazy volume this season, but expect him to stuff the box score and show a lot of potential that's gonna have Thunder fans like me very, very excited. Then lastly, we've got Franz Wagner. I didn't know much about Wagner going into the draft process coming out of Michigan. What I saw over and over again was that he was a high upside point forward, which was enough for him to become the 8th overall pick to the Magic. I definitely didn't expect him to be one of the more productive rookies to start the year. So far, through 3 games, he's averaged 13 points and 5 rebounds, shooting 50% from the field and 39% from 3. There's no question he's been the best rookie in Orlando to this point. It's unclear when Jonathan Isaac will return, but his return will affect Wagner's role more than anyone on this team. So it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like and how Wagner performs the rest of the season. But as of right now, Vegas has him sneaking into the top 10 of the Rookie of the Year odds. Now, you'll probably realize there's some top picks not on this list. That's probably because they haven't played or they're in tomorrow's disappointing video, so you're going to want to be subscribed for when that comes out. But if you guys like the content, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.